This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association, your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Mark Magnuson.
Hello and welcome into this episode of Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Today is Monday, October 23rd, 2023, and we're so glad you could join us for today's show. In today's episode, I will be joined by Matt Moyer at the Grinnell Bayer Corn Production Facility in Grinnell. Also going to have a check of the ag weather outlook, but first, let's take a look at the closing markets.
It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net.
At the end of another trading day, we are joined now by Robin Schmahl of agmarket.net. Robin, what did we see take place in the grains today?
Well, mainly in the corn and soybeans, we did see the pressure, and probably mostly because of harvest pressure. There, a few other things tying into that, but that's probably the bigger thing. Now, some areas we're going to see some more moisture later this week, which may slow things down a little. But really, the slowing of harvest, in my opinion, is never really a big issue. Traders trade it, in between here a little bit, but we always get it harvested, just like at planting. We always get it planted, even though there might be some delays and things like that. But corn, it moved up to over $5 last week, just couldn't hold that level. It was about a 2-month high or something in there. Soybeans too, it moved up to about a month high. Couldn't hold above the $13. That may be a struggle here a little bit. However, there's focus there's an attention turned toward Brazil. Obviously, there's some forecasts for some of the drought-stressed areas of northern and central areas of Brazil to potentially receive some beneficial rains, which could propel some of the planting pace ahead a little bit because they've been kind of holding back, waiting for some more moisture. So that may be an issue that the trade is looking at as well. There was some beneficial rains in Australia in the wheat areas that could boost production. Now, wheat was performed a little bit better than the other ones today, but still nothing to really write home about. And Brazil soybeans plantings now are about 30%, and it's running behind the 4-year average, but nevertheless, that's probably going to be a temporary situation. If they get that rain, it's probably going to speed up a little bit. Now, export inspections today, we had corn at 17.2 million bushels. That was down 1.1 million bushels from last week. Soybeans had big export inspections, 90.4 million bushels, up 15.4 million bushels from a week ago. A lot of beans moving out into the international marketplace. Wheat was at 6.2 million bushels, down 8 million bushels from a week ago. So that maybe should have put a little bit more negative pressure on wheat, but wheat held up fairly well. Now, the harvest progress this afternoon, we're looking at corn at 60% finished, up 15% from last week, and 61% a year ago. So it's really close on track with last year. Soybeans 78% complete versus 62 last week and 80% a year ago. And when we look at wheat plantings for winter wheat, 79% up from 68% last week and 79% a year ago. So most of the harvesting of beans, corn, and planting of wheat is pretty much right on par with last week. So things are getting in the ground as far as wheat's concerned, which is very beneficial looking at the time of year it is. And the harvesting coming in is moving along about on pace, so nothing there that should really create any concerns one way or the other.
And then, Robin, at the end of last week, we received a cattle on feed report. How did the livestock markets respond today?
Oh, it was Katie bar the door selling today in the cattle market. We gapped lower on live cattle, never looked back. Prices falling over $6. Had considered maybe that they had a lot of this factored in already, the bearishness of that report, but apparently not. The obviously, as the selling really took hold, then we hit stops and we just kept pancaking lower, and it was a brutal day in the cattle market. It's actually been a brutal month in the cattle market as well. But when you're looking at placements in September at 6% above a year ago, which was actually above the trade expectations or trade estimates, that was pretty negative to the market. So the feeder cattle really led the charge lower. They've really fallen quite a bit. Now, they did not gap open lower today, but the November, all of the contracts closed the chart gaps that have been sitting under there since June. November closing the chart gap. November falling really in the last 3 days, fell about $14. That's been a very quick decline. Now it goes to the saying of markets always fall faster than they go up, and we're certainly seeing that in the cattle market. It's just the market just maybe got tired. It got to that level. We've got potentially rising interest rates. We got consumer demand possibly slowing here, and even though cattle numbers are tight, if there's less cattle out there, but I'll use the saying, if nobody wants them or they want less, you're going to see some pressure. There's actually been one packing plant here in Wisconsin that has seen they've closed down. They're not even taking cattle on Friday anymore. They're not a large plant, but they're not even taking cattle on Friday anymore. On the hog side of it, it's been a difficult month for the hogs. New contract lows on Friday, new contract lows again today, not falling quite as much. Cash was up $3.75, which was positive on a national direct morning report, and cutouts are up 35 cents, but that's just not enough in order to really turn that market higher. It was higher early today, trying to push forward, but then it just fell back into negative territory by the end of the day, except for front month October, which is December, which held into positive territory.
Robin Schmahl of agmarket.net, our guest here today. Robin, what's the best way for our viewers to get in touch for more marketing information?
They can give me a call directly at 877-256-3253 or go to the website, agmarket.net. 844 number is listed there, and they can call in and somebody will be happy to work with them.
Well, Robin, thank you so much for the time here today. We'll speak again soon. Have a great week.
All right. You as well, and it's always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you to Robin Schmahl of agmarket.net for our closing market analysis. It's time now for the closing numbers, and those numbers courtesy of the folks at Bar Chart. December corn down 5 1/4 at $4.90 1/4. November soybeans down 15 1/2 at $12.86 3/4. January soybean meal down $1.30 at $4.1130. January soybean oil down $1.33 at $51.33. Chicago wheat up 1 1/2 at $6.15 even. Minneapolis wheat up 7 1/2 at $7.38 1/4. Kansas City hard red wheat up 3/4 cent at $6.70 3/4. March oats up 3 1/4 at $4.05 1/4. On the Merc, December live cattle down $6.27 at $178.35. November feeder cattle down $6.42 at $235.80. December lean hogs up 17 cents at $66.17, and Class 3 milk down 26 cents at $17.86. And that does it for our closing market coverage here today. It is time now for a quick break to hear from the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soy Checkoff, our sponsor. And when we come back, I will be joined by Matt Moyer at the Bayer Grinnell Corn Production Facility. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
This is Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. In today's episode, I'm joined by Matt Moyer at the Bayer Grinnell Corn Production Facility in Grinnell. Mark Magnuson for the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and I'm here today with Matt Moyer. We're at the Grinnell Seed Production Facility for DeKalb Seed and some of the other brands that you see from Bayer, and I'm joined by Matt Moyer. Matt, thank you so much. You led us around on the tour today. What did you think is the benefit of a tour like this where you get to bring the media around and we get to see the inner workings of a site like this?
Absolutely. I think the most important thing about something like today is showing off our technicians and the focus that we have on our team and our customers. We truly get a chance to demonstrate the quality aspects that we're putting in to make sure that the seed that meets our customers' expectations is delivered to them in a timely fashion.
And Matt, that was on display here on the tour today, is how much people take pride in working here. Do you feel that as an employee as well? And just when you take a tour like this and you get to interact with some of the guys that you work with, some of the guys and gals you work with, and the members of the public get a chance to come through?
Absolutely. The passion and the energy that our team displays on a daily basis is something that makes this a great place to work. Coming here every day knowing that we've got a common goal and a common target to hit across our facility, which is delivering for our customers, makes this a wonderful place to be with the same folks that have the same opinions and the same ideas in mind.
So Matt, when you're talking about creating seed or in a production facility, of course you want to have the highest premium product. How do you think that begins here at Bayer at this site and then makes it all the way into the bag?
Great question. I'm going to go back again to our technician team and just working through everything that we do together every single day. So our teams take all of the technology that we've got available to us. They take all of the experience they've got ranging from all their years of experience here in Grinnell, as well as take best practices that they've learned from other facilities and other sites over the course of their careers and just knowledge sharing across our teams. So combine all of that together and we're putting the best possible product we can out on the floor every single day.
And a big part of that is keeping everything, I guess, in terms of your data, you know what you have. And that starts with having an individual tag for each and every load of corn that comes into this facility. How does that process work?
Yeah, absolutely. So we start that process by simply gaining our estimates for what we anticipate is going to come from each field. We'll print those load tickets to accurately depict what we anticipate is going to come in every single year based off our yield estimates. And as soon as that truck is loaded in the field, it starts an interlocking process here where it's able to be tracked and traced throughout our entire process, from dump to dryers to shellers, all the way throughout our conditioning tower and treater, eventually into our pack room before it's stored in our warehouse and eventually shipped.
Matt, something I thought was very cool today is seeing the output day to day and kind of some of your goals that you have. You could see a live counter of some of the at some of the places throughout the facility of how many units are being produced this exact moment. I guess when you look at something like that, does it allow people then to, I guess, really take pride in what they're doing at that exact moment, live in the moment because they can see it up on the screen right there?
It certainly does. It's all about transparency. We want our teams to understand exactly where we're at against our targets at any given time, and they have the ability to look up and see those numbers and know where they're at, where they're progressing, and what we have left to do in that given day, week, month, year, etc.
Now, I'm glad that you had all the numbers earlier, so I'm sorry if I put you on the spot, but on a daily basis, you could talk about producing how many individual units here? Absolutely.
So during our new crop packaging season, we're going to look to package about 17,000 units a day. Obviously, those goals are adjusted based on what our total packaging volume is, but on average, 17,000 units a day is what we look to produce over the course of our new crop season, which ranges from roughly early September through mid-February.
And then you also have the ability for storage, including large amounts of bulk storage and then individual bags that are stored as units.
Correct. We're very fortunate on site to have ample storage in our bulk storage operation, as well as storage for finished units, which can equate to up to about 1.3 million units.
Matt, do you think this type of day like today just goes to show how much care goes into creating just one individual bag of seed?
Absolutely. Again, I go back to our team, I go back to our technicians and the folks that to put the work in every single day to develop the products that we've got to make sure that our customers are receiving the quality of seed that they deserve.
Well, Matt, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for the tour.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to Matt Moyer at the Bayer Grinnell Corn Production Facility for that interesting interview. It is time now for a check of the ag weather outlook. Of course, it is officially fall, but doesn't always feel like it day to day. Here today in central Iowa, a very warm day that is feeling more late summer as we are in the upper 70s. And as we look at the forecast for tonight and tomorrow, some chances for some rain showers and even potentially some thunderstorms. So a very interesting weather system here moving through the Corn Belt, which should bring quite a bit of moisture. So let's turn our attention now to the National Weather Service and what's in store for the next 24 hours. As you can see from the National Weather Service, mostly sunny skies, then sunny and breezy today. High temperature range 68 to 82. Tonight, mostly clear and breezy with scattered slight chances for thunderstorms. Lows expected 59 to 65. For Tuesday, breezy with widespread chances for showers and thunderstorms. High temperatures expected in a range of 71 to 79. And now taking a look at our affiliate weather map for tomorrow. Cherokee, a chance for showers, then showers likely, high around 71. Shenandoah, breezy, chance for showers, then showers likely, high of 76. Des Moines, chance for thunderstorms and windy on Tuesday, around 76 for the high. Albia, windy, mostly sunny, then a chance for showers, and 77. Waterloo, mostly sunny and breezy, then a chance for thunderstorms and windy, high around 77. Clinton, breezy, slight chance for thunderstorms, then a chance for showers, and a high around 79. For a more detailed forecast in your part of the state, make sure and check with your local Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network affiliate. That will let you know about the rain chances in your local area. And that brings us to the end of the Ag Weather Outlook. Also brings us to the end of this episode of Ag Matters PM. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. You can also find all of our video content on YouTube. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the notification bell as well. That icon will let you know whenever we have any new videos available for you. You can also follow us on social media at X, LinkedIn, Facebook, and TikTok. From the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network studios in Des Moines, I'm Mark Magnuson. For Riley Smith, Dustin Huffman, and Andy Peterson, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.